you feel like you were getting, that rhythm back that you were talking about this morning with your shot?
I mean, I got a couple more shots to fall tonight. Obviously, it felt good. I wish I had a couple more that fell late in the game. But yeah, no, I mean, all I care about is winning. So I mean, care less about how many shots I made. I wish we made a couple more.
You guys put up 40 points in that third quarter. What were you doing in the third quarter that kind of you got away from in the fourth quarter? Working.
I mean, we just made plays. We made shots and got into the gap of the defense and kind of just got in their paint and just made plays. You know what I'm saying? We just got and made plays. And I think in the fourth quarter we just they just made a couple more plays. That's just how it is sometimes.
What do you think of the team's shot selection in those final few minutes of the game?
I think we could have got better ones. I think like they did a lot of switching. They did a lot of pre-switching. And I don't think the regular fan can really see how much they really. I mean, they do Phoenix does a great job of pre-switching. They got a lot of guys the same size and kind of knowing what we're kind of about to run and switching beforehand so we don't get on certain guys. So they did a good job of doing that. I think if we could do it over again, we'd probably run a different play the last two possessions. But I think we'll get better and we'll learn from it.
Trae, Nate said that he felt like tonight the team in the fourth quarter got distracted by officiating. Do you feel like that happened?
No, I don't think that was the only thing. I think obviously the refs, it's typical. They always hold their whistle a little bit more in the fourth quarters, and we're on the road. It's definitely gonna be harder. So I don't think that was a distraction. I think a couple of the, possessions down the stretch we could have done better at, and I think we'll get better at. So I don't think it's just the refs.
You picked up a technical foul. You guys are only up 2 points. Can you explain what happened with that situation?
Dre was getting hounded by CP on the other end in the post, and I just asked him. I said, "You didn't see that?" I said, "You didn't see that," and he just gave me a check. So I guess it's personal with some of these guys.
We'll take a question from Zoom.
From Zoom, Alan Silva.
Hi, Trae. It's Alan Silva from Costa Rica for Peseta Basket. But what were the main mistakes in the fourth quarter that didn't let you guys close this one out?
Main mistakes. I don't know. I think I got to go back and watch film on it to be completely sure about what the little mistakes were. But I think for the most part, we couldn't get a couple of shots to go, and we could have run a couple better plays down the stretch, I feel like.
All right, back to the room. Any more questions?
Hey, Bogey, just looking at that fourth quarter, where did you kind of see the shift of where the Suns kind of started to take control?
They play more experienced and they made the right plays in the right time. That's it, really, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Nate said that maybe, the officiating in the fourth quarter might have been a little bit of a distraction. Just for you as a team, how do you kind of shift that mentality and not get distracted, I guess, by that?
Yeah, as you know, when you want to compete, when you're competing and you want to win, it's normal to have like emotional reactions on the floor, and you hate some calls they, don't call or call, and you're always arguing, but that shouldn't affect our game. And yeah, maybe it did a little bit more than usually, but gotta learn from it. Nothing else.
You look at the third quarter though, and you guys went off like that 40 plus points.
Yeah.
I guess what was clicking for you guys, especially that quarter and through the first 3 quarters of the
I
game?
think overall we played a really good game, and we were more aggressive. We were more locked in what we want, and how we want to play. We were faster, more decisive as a team, and I think from this point we can only play better. In third quarter, we hit some shots, we got some stops, and that's what gave us a lead. That pace and we gotta be able, to read the game better in fourth and close the quarters.
The three you shot with 15 seconds left, is that a set play or what did you see to put that up?
I mean, I saw the rim and I just shoot it. I know I miss it bad, but sometimes, it happens, that I could do it better for sure. But next game, I gotta move forward.
So did you feel like you guys started rushing shots a little bit in that fourth quarter?
I think it's more like we didn't know, like we know the whole game where the shots are coming from, and we were aggressive and we know what we wanted, but maybe when they made a little run, we were kind of off of it, we didn't know, and then maybe we took some quick decisions, but it's a lesson, and it's a still long season. We should win this one. I think we play better tonight, but sometimes you lose even if you play better.
Is the biggest lesson from this one just how to maintain that poise in the fourth quarter?
It's closing the quarters, all the quarters. I think we were up 2 or 3 in second quarter. At the end of the second quarter, we got a little lead, and then we lost it. And we were down 2 or down 1. I don't remember in halftime, but gotta close the better.
I know you guys have talked about, settling throughout some of these games. Did you feel like that was an issue, especially in the end of the fourth quarter, near the end of the fourth quarter?
I mean, it's the basketball is live, and especially in those moments, you're more locked in, and so yeah. I mean, we didn't settle. We didn't settle. We just made some mistakes we don't usually make. Simple as that.
Into the fourth quarter at 12, obviously. Just what went wrong down the stretch?
No, I feel like I'm, broken record saying the same stuff over and over again, but it comes down to our late game execution. You know what I mean? We have to take care of the ball. We have to take the best shots possible. We just have to put ourselves in the best possible position, possession to possession, to win. And that's really it. We let it get away from ourselves in the last quarter, couple minutes of the game, and that team, it's a good team, good basketball team, and we just can't do that. So
I know it's a lot easier said than done, but the shots that y'all were taking, I know it's harder in the moment, but why were those rushed? Or is it just you just kind of get caught up in the moment, or? No,
that's a big part of it, right? You just get caught up in the moment. You want to help your team. Sometimes you have to just figure out the best way to help your team sometimes, and just analyze the situation. And like I said, just make the best read of the situation possible. And I just feel like sometimes, I said, we get caught up in trying to, overdo or underdo sometimes, and we just have to figure out exactly what, the right thing to do is and execute it as best as we can,
What are the ways to kind of improve that during the season? I know it's probably difficult to figure out, in the moment, like what you should do, but like how difficult is it to, on the off day say, oh, we should have done this?
No, it's always, woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's very big in this league. Or you always have that feeling that, you could have, done something or try to make an impact where you need to. But, I feel like the first thing we can go back to and look at is film. I feel like that's where we can start off and just be honest with our teammates and just try to improve. But, we always start with film. I start with film and just like to, see what the mistakes are and try to improve off those.
When you guys have watched film this season, what have you seen when it comes to settling and not taking the best shots?
Yeah, we just got to do a better job. I feel like, sometimes we do settle. That'd be a good word. We just need to try to move the ball and just try to create offense that, juices the team and allows everybody to benefit. And, the modern NBA of trying to guard, the entire court is sort of the emphasis that we need to just approach with. And I think we'll be successful.
John, Nate said something he said a few times after games this season. He said that he felt like the team had gotten distracted by officiating in the fourth quarter. Do you share that sentiment, I guess, if you feel like that happened?
No, that happens a little more than it needs to right now. You know, I definitely feel like the new rules and all the good stuff that's going on with the officiating and the rules is, you know, adding a little bit of fuel to the fire. But on our end, as coach will say a million times, we're not going to change the call. You know what I mean? So we just have to do our best to, you know, keep level headed. You know, we're competing out there at the highest level and, you know, emotions get flared up, but we got to do a better job of staying calm.
What have you learned about this team, 10 games in now? Obviously, last season, you were 2 wins away from the finals, and you guys are 4-6. What have you learned so far about this team and where it's at?
You know, I've learned obviously first and foremost that we have a ton of talent. And I feel like the next thing that we've learned is that how do I say it? The NBA has put their mark on us rather than us put our mark on the NBA in terms of, you know, us getting to Eastern Conference Finals and being 2 games away, put the target on our back. You know, people want to, you know, play us in the most respectful way, right? They understand what each guy can do individually. And I feel like we need to understand how teams are approaching us and take it a little bit more seriously and just understanding the context of who we are now.
Last season, did you feel like teams were not respecting you the way you should have, or what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yes and no. I mean, teams are just going to play harder. You know, I feel like teams watched us first, second, third round play deep into the playoffs, and that gives other teams some want or some fire to when they see us and they, you know, watched us when they're sitting on the couch at home. They want to be in our position. And I feel like every team sees a young core group of guys to be successful, and they want that for themselves or whatever team. Everybody wants success. When you see another team have that, you want to gun after them and prove that you're just as good. So, as I said before, just makes every game that much harder.
All right, let's go out to Zoom.
On Zoom, we have Christos Saltas.
My man.
Hey, John, how are you?
Good, Christos. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. John, what was the biggest lesson on tonight's game for your team? And despite the outcome, do you feel that you made steps forward as a team as the season goes on?
I don't know if we necessarily made the steps forward, but we always can learn from what happened tonight. And I feel like the biggest thing that we learned tonight is no lead is safe in this league. You know, we're going up 12, 13. No lead is safe. We have to continue to have our foot on the pedal the entire 48 minutes and execute the entire 48 minutes to get a win in this league. And it's as simple as that.